What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Well, Pepe's price is trying to make the move that we've been talking about for the last week or two, and I want to tell you exactly what to be on the lookout for today and what you need to be expecting next. And so with that said, let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into it. Now, guys, don't forget, if you do want to trade a little Bitcoin, Pepe, SHIB, Solana, SWI, whatever you want on up to 500x leverage, although I highly recommend you do not go all the way up to 500x leverage. You can check out that BTCC link down below. Guys, if you do sign up specifically with my link down below, you're going to get a 10% bonus on your first time deposit between $500 and $100,000. This means if you deposit, say, $4,000, they're going to give you $400 back on the spot to trade with. And if you turn that into $800, all that profit you just made is yours, no strings attached. You can withdraw it, spend it, use it, reinvest it. It doesn't really matter. And this is a crazy deal because I personally do about 50% of my day-to-day trading on BTCC, and it's a great platform. So you can literally get the opportunity to make free gains on a great platform with great fees. So go check that out down below. I don't know how much longer I'm going to have that deal, so I do highly recommend you go check it out, at least down below. Now, in yesterday's video, okay, what we were talking about was what Pepe's price has been doing in this channel. I've told you all rather frequently and consistently, like, hey, listen, this channel, this descending channel right here, very possibly going to break out to the upside. 80-90% chance we're going to get this breakout to the upside. And I told you in yesterday's video, it felt like that was on the way. I don't really particularly know why. It just kind of, sometimes you just kind of feel it a little bit. You know, we talked about the fact that on the daily time frames, the candles just look different. You know, you have obviously these moments where we try to get to the top side of it over here, but we get forced down, forced down, forced down over and over and over again. Where in this example, we didn't see that, right? Over the last couple of days, we've been seeing a pretty good charge upwards. We've been seeing these good green closes upwards as we have been trying to push up here. And so because of that, I told you yesterday, hey, there's a decent sized chance that we see Pepe's price break out of this bad boy soon. So watch it very closely. Now, of course, this is a good thing on multiple different ranges. One, it opens up the door of opportunity to the upside up here, and two, that it puts, we're already starting to see most of these trades in like very good points of profit. If we go over to the Discord server, let's see, you guys remember, I mean, we were doing some buying. Where was that at? Yeah, right here. Just bought a little Pepe this morning as it hit the DCA green box, right? So we hit that green DCA zone right on the nose and bought a little bit, and this one's up, this one's up, this one's up. So I mean, congratulations to all of you here. And hey, what I tell you, the descending channels are stupidly reliable. Whenever I say that, you know, the likelihood of you breaking out of these things is just so high. And so, of course, going forward now, let's talk a little bit about what we spoke about yesterday, right? What are the next steps? What do we need to be on the lookout for? I have a warning that I need to issue for you with what we are seeing at the time of recording this video and more. So let's now talk about the future now that we have a good understanding of where we've come from and, of course, what's been happening. And don't forget, guys, if you are simply someone, maybe this is all a little bit confusing. The technical analysis side is a little bit confusing. Maybe you're an advanced trader and you're just trying to get better at it, and that's the reason why you're maybe watching these videos or whatever it may be. But if you're simply just a person that is trying to get better at this whole crypto thing, especially from like a technical side, I want you to wait to the very end of the video, and we're going to talk about that Discord server I just showed you, okay? In this Discord server, we have more value than I've probably ever seen in any other place, right? From insights to daily technical analysis to professional trade teams giving their buy signals, premium classes, workshops, courses, tip videos, small things, community going absolutely insane. I mean, you can see the gains generated here. If you're simply someone who wants to just get better at this whole crypto thing, stick around to the end of the video, and I'm going to tell you about how you can join the Discord server, because it's just ridiculous, okay? So let's talk about what we're saying. First and foremost, I want to start with what do we need to see next? Okay, you remember yesterday I told you there was two main steps that needed to happen to what's called verify this breakout. Let me just remind you of those real quick. So in these moments, whenever we see breakouts of descending channels, we can't get too happy too fast. And the reason being, again, as I mentioned yesterday, is that the macro trend is still downwards. Until we see this thing, Pepe, break above its most recent macro high, we're still in a downtrend. A downtrend is all this was, quite frankly, right? We're in a downtrend, lower highs, lower lows. And even though we've broken out from the structure, we are still putting in lower highs and lower lows. And so we can't get too far ahead of ourselves and all excited, like, oh, this is the moment Pepe's going to send it. No, it's not verified the strong breakout yet. We haven't changed the trend yet. So what you need to see first and foremost is Pepe's price being able to clear that 2486 level right there. Okay, we need to clear this high. If we're capable of doing that, now we've set a macro high. Now the downtrend has changed. Now the downward trend is invalidated, and now the door of opportunity opens to the upside. Now, obviously, anytime we speak of the door of opportunity to the upside, you have to consider your Fibonacci's. You have to consider your Fibonacci's because they are the only thing that can really tell you when you're actually going to start pushing upwards. And I will give you a little, insider tip. I did post a Where's that at? Yeah, I did post an entire 20-minute masterclass on the Fibonacci's yesterday, by the way. But we'll talk about that later again. But anyway, like I mentioned before, if we're going to talk about where this bad boy is going to the upside, you got to look at your Fibonacci's. And the Fibonacci's told us, well, we need to clear this zone. We need to clear this box. This little range that we had right here. Let me make sure my logarithmics are on. Yeah, here we go. Log-based scale. There we go. I knew it looked a little high. Told us, look, we need to clear that 2393 level. 23903 level. So what we know now is that, hey, Pepe's in a spot right now to where if this bad boy can start really making this progress and push through this green little zone here, right, this little Fibonacci zone, man, the door of opportunity to the upside could be so big, guys. I mean, I think that if we see Pepe fully execute, if we build up the support, work its way up, boom, break the yellow box, I think seeing a Pepe push up towards that 33487 level is very possible. And that's Pepe price moving 60%. And that's why I'm telling you, this isn't a small thing you can just ignore. No, this is big stuff. The door for Pepe to push 60+% is sitting directly above us. And so because of that, it's so important that we're watching this like a hawk, and now that this breakout is trying to happen. Now, you're going to notice I said something just now. You're going to notice I said it's trying to happen. And when you look at the 4-hour charts, you'll say, well, no, it's already broken out. Yeah, it's broken out on the 4-hour charts. But what I want to do is I want to go to the dailies real quick. Okay? I want to go to the dailies real quick because something is brewing. Something is brewing, and I need us to be careful. What I need you to be careful about is the fact that at the time of recording, Pepe is still somewhat struggling to break out here. We got this move yesterday, but yesterday we closed on the daily candle in the channel still. So we didn't get that daily breakout yet. We didn't get that daily close outside the channel yet. And currently today, although we are outside of it, there is still grounds to say that Pepe might pull right back down. And if Pepe does come back down and close today back in this channel, this is a fake out. And fake outs are not fun because fake outs typically will mean that this bad boy is coming whoa back down, right? We're talking about possibly back to that 50% level before trying again, in a couple days, couple weeks, etc. So if you see today that Pepe's price is unable to close above 205, right? If we can't clear above 205 and get the daily close above it, this was a fake out. And again, fake outs aren't fun. We don't like fake outs. Fake outs are the party poopers of the crypto world. We don't want to see that, okay? And so although everything is great and we're focused on this green zone up here and we're looking at these 4-hour charts and things actually look pretty good, breakout, back test, support being held, cool. Although this is all good, fine, and dandy, I need you to be careful and I need you to watch this very closely because if, again, we see that bad boy close back in within this channel, we don't even need to be thinking about these levels up here. We don't even need to be thinking about the battle that's in front of us because that thing is going to end up real far away if we come back down towards this 50% threshold down here, okay? And so all I want you to focus on right now is just paying attention. This is one of those moments, in my opinion, where there's no need to be doing huge purchases. I think a small, tiny dollar cost average here is totally fine. I think it's doing an okay job on the shorter time frames at holding some support. So doing a little, a little DCA here, hoping that we hold that support and continue uppers, that's totally fine. But we're not doing any big buys, big sells, and none of that. Our primary reason being is because it's in decision-making mode. You gotta buy things whenever they're in good buying zones. You can't just try to force it. The green box of this descending channel, that was a good buying zone. This is the reason why we were buying it here on the channel. But we're not gonna try to just force a purchase right here just because I want to give you guys that content, that dopamine hit of, oh, now's the time to buy. No, I'm not gonna do that, right? Because quite frankly, it's not the best time to buy. What I'm thinking right now is the best thing to do is to see what plays out in this box. Because this is where it's all going to be. This is where all the money's going to be made. If Pepe can clear this box up here, then we're going to be able to see this bad boy open the door for a 50, 40, 30% move to the upside. But if we get rejected off of this thing, we might even get forced back into this descending channel on a macro fake out. I mean, there's so much there's so much being implicated by whether or not we break this or not. It's so implicative here. And so because of that, in my opinion, I'm just waiting. I'm just watching. And I think that's the best thing to do sometimes. Sit back, wait, and watch. Because the moment you try to start forcing stuff, that's when you start running into trouble. And so Pepe's price has started to make the move that we're hoping for. It has started to break out of here on the shorter time frames. But there's two things you need to watch out for. One, can we maintain support here? Can we hold above this zone? Okay, because if we can, good. If we can't, that's bad. Okay, and if we're able to, can we start working our way up and through this green zone? Because this green box currently between 224 and 224 realistically, so 224 and 24. This is going to be the key that we need. If we can open this door, boom, we're looking good to the upside. But man, if we get rejected, it might get ugly. So we have a couple of tasks in front of us, a couple battles in front of us. It's not going to be Pepe's price is absolutely giga-sending, I don't think. We're going to have these liquidity moments. We're going to have these bounce back moments, and that's fine. We just need to be able to navigate them correctly. And that's why technical analysis is so beautiful, because in moments like yesterday where you say, oh shit, Pepe's breaking out, great. Well, you need to use that TA to be able to map these things out and get a bit of a deeper understanding of what's actually going on. So you don't just FOMO in right here, right before we enter back into this channel. No, I'd rather buy a little bit once I'm even a little higher. If Pepe's price, right here, boom, a little dollar cost average is cool, but maybe it goes a little bit higher, validates that support, then you buy there because you have a reason, right? It's not just FOMO, you have a strategical reason as to why you're buying, even if it is a little bit higher on the price, right? And so all of those things, just to go ahead and say, is that, look, we're getting the move from Pepe that we're hoping for. Make sure we can back test and hold some support. And if that's the case, let's start watching what happens here, because this is the real battle. This is the real moment. This is what's going to get us up to that 3 level that we've been hoping to see from this dang old thing for quite a while. So let's stay tuned for that. Now, as I mentioned before, if you're trying to just get better at all this, if this is confusing, if you're advanced, if you're just trying to get better in general, okay, I want you to check out the Discord server. Now, to get access to the Discord server, you're going to need to go through Patreon, okay? There's 2 options, $5 a month, $17 a month. Both super affordable in my opinion. $5 a month is very good in my opinion. $17 a month is like Netflix, basically. Now, when you sign up to one of those, you're going to get access to this Discord server. And in this Discord server, I'm trying to provide as much value as I humanly can, okay? You're going to get insights with Tyler. These are my thoughts, my insights, my opinions, and what I'm seeing with events. Sometimes there's even things about what I'm buying, what I'm selling, changes I'm making in my own portfolio. There's a 7-minute long voice note up here about my strategy for buying during the bull market. There's a couple things that I bought recently, made a little purchase even earlier today. We have technical analysis that gets posted every single day. We have fundamental analysis that I post every single day. I've hired 2 professional trade teams, teams who live and breathe and work all within the world of professional trading. They're giving their buy and sell signals every single day when they have them. Again, these are people who live off the only way they eat is when they trade, and they're giving us their buy and sell signals. We have premium classes. We have 5 keys to bull market investing with me and Sam, with a whole kind of note, a note PDF basically that you can go and get access to. There's a master class on the Fibonacci's, my favorite crypto trading tool, of course, that I have here, and I have, of course, the PDF for the notes there as well. We have one of the beginners courses of the 5 that are going to be released over the next coming weeks. The first one is technical analysis for beginners, 30 minutes long, 17-page PDF, 2 major cheat sheets that you can use to learn how to do technical analysis. I have 4 more releasing on fundamental analysis, leverage trading, meme coin investing, and altcoin investing all over the coming weeks. There's Tyler's tips, which are these 2 to 3 minute long videos on just random stuff. You can pause it and kind of see what we talk about here. And of course, the community. The community is absolutely smashing it. I'm just going to scroll through and you can see some of the gains the community is generating. 4,000%, 26, 170, 300, 174, 46, 500, 600, 400. It's ridiculous. Okay. People are learning and people are growing. And the reason being is because we're trying to provide as much value as humanly possible for either $5 or $17 a month, guys. Netflix ain't making people money like this. Okay. And so with that in mind, I want you to go check that out down below. Don't forget, if you are, someone who's trying to trade, there is a 10% bonus on first-time deposits between $500 and $100,000 over on BTCC. If you do want to go take advantage of that down below, and don't forget, just watch Pepe like a hawk. What we're seeing here is going to be extremely important. If we can hold the support, it's very good. And all of these decisions are going to be made over probably throughout this weekend. So over the weekend, over the coming days, I'm going to update you on what we're seeing here, what we're looking for, and what we're doing. So if you have been enjoying these 4, 5, 6 videos every single day, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And I can't wait to see you all next time. Peace out, everybody.